sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams on defense. They may blitz more.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake, Hilliard. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Hilliard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football, all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, there's really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Hilliard. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hilliard. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hilliard. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money. He did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. There's some space here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. There's a handoff to Jacobs.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now. Go on check. Go on check.
Looking to throw. Hilliard. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And that lures yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far. But 2nd and 13 here. Jacobs now. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check man.
Going on the ground with Jacobs. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 4-yard pickup.
Throwing on 1st down. Hilliard. And a catch right side by Evans.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 18-yard line. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 4th down.
Ready up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the... You have all 3 times. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Come on. Hey! Hey!
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go on 4th down, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
181 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And oh, it's blocked.
The two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Rams 35, Raiders 10. Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So it's the Rams here to take home the W, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
What struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The number was spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Los Angeles,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I'm used to my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom. the top